Very good evening to all of you. This is Dr. Manisha. I'm part of Medical Affairs team of Specialty Group of Lupin's Medical Affairs Division. On behalf of my division, I extend a warm welcome to all of you in this brief discussion on patient awareness program of Shealer, where we are going to focus on women's mental health and practicing yoga. Here what we are going to have is that we have created this platform where all distinguished personalities from the medical fraternity of neurology segment comes and talks about the importance of practicing yoga and women's health. So today joining with me is renowned neuropsychiatrist Dr. Deepanjali Deshmukh with us, and welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
So here we know that as a part of International Yoga Celebration Day, we all know that women's mental health is quite sensitive issue, and women particularly are in Indian setting are quite vulnerable. So, and yoga being commonly practiced in Indian culture and across abroad also in international culture also. So what is your opinion and views on practicing yoga and women's mental health?
First of all, I would like to thank you, Dr. Manisha, for giving me this opportunity and for Lupin for this great initiative. And second, coming to today's topic, that yoga. So fortunately, the yoga, which is deeply rooted in our Indian culture, it is a lifestyle and which involves the physical activity along with breathing and the mindfulness. So nowadays, generally we focus on the physical part of the yoga, and which is very important as well. But it is very important for the mental health as well. And for the women, we go through the various stages, and there is like havoc in the hormones, like during the puberty, then during the menstrual period, pregnancy and menopause. So throughout our life, there are so many ups and downs, and which leads to the experience of the various stress, and including yoga in our daily life can be a very beneficial thing for all of us. Because as a women, generally kind of a social learning that we get is to be more nurturing, and because of that sometimes we neglect our own physical health and physical well-being. So just including yoga or any kind of exercise in our life, it's a kind of subconscious message that we give to ourselves that we should also give some time to ourselves. And along with that, yoga has a lot of proven mental as well as the physical benefits.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And also, we would like to understand how yoga is considered to be a stress-reducing factor in general public's lives. Because if you see, there is around quite stressful life, and people are facing quite lot of changes in our day-to-day life. So how yoga will help to reduce the stress level, and who all these patients and public who will specifically benefit from practicing yoga?
I think overall, anybody who does not have any contraindication by doctor owing to their physical limitation will be benefited by the yoga. You just don't have to be the patient, but for a patient, and specifically the patient with the psychiatric illness, yoga can have a very positive impact on their quality of the life. So specifically the patients with depression, patients with anxiety, it has been found that as an adjunctive treatment, yoga has been very beneficial. So the people have to take medicines for their psychiatric illnesses, but the adding yoga in their day-to-day life has been very useful. And as far as the women are concerned, there was a study recently, a study done by the Ministry of Ayush, and they interviewed around 500 women between the ages of 30 to 60, and they found that about 70% of them, even though they did not have any diagnosable psychiatric disorder, reported the positive impact of yoga in their life. They reported that increased energy, they felt more happiness, their capacity to enjoy pleasure has been increased, and which I feel is a very important part of the yoga. And as far as the patient spectrum concerned, I think most of the neurotic spectrum like depression, anxiety, even few patients of OCD might be benefited by adding yoga along with their medications.
Great, ma'am. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much for this explanation and very nicely explained. Can you, ma'am, just like as you said that practicing yoga is actually a scientifically based therapeutic modality. Like it is not just a simple kind of very just Me Too type of exercise activity. It has some beneficial values in the patient as well as general public. So at the end of session, how you will tell, what will be your concluding remarks at the end of the session, just to give more information to people. Yeah.
So I just want to stress upon the point that yoga is a lifestyle rather than just a form of exercise. It includes the physical activity, mindfulness, and breathing technique, which is very useful. Yoga has proven its implications in women who are women during their who have premenstrual dysphoric syndrome, specifically the women during pregnancy. There is also a study which is going on in my own city, and they're studying that impact of the yoga, the women who do yoga during their pregnancy, and how does it affect the outcome. We have yet to find the results of the study, but the results seem very promising. Also, the yoga is also helpful during the menopausal women to reduce the symptoms that we experience during menopause. So for women, when we are going through any stages of life, the yoga has a very important place, and we should at least use some time, few minutes or few like 20 to 30 minutes for ourselves, and we can just include the yoga in our day-to-day life so that our life and our future is also healthy.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It looks very interesting how you explained that, people definitely going to get the motivated because of this message and, information directly coming from some psychiatrists who are practicing actually psychiatry. So thank you. Thank you very much. So at this session, I would like to give my sincere gratitude for, for you that you have taken time out from your busy schedule and come here and then giving us these important valuable nuggets about the yoga and women's mental health. Thank you so much, ma'am. So here we'll wrap up the session.